You know, you would think that making an omelet's pretty simple. You throw your favorite ingredients in a pan, throw some eggs in, and you're done. Chef Daniel Reynolds here just says, moron.
That's just not the way to do it.
No.
Not if you want the ultimate omelet.
Okay, this guy knows how to make the ultimate omelet, and I promise you, you're going to hear a couple of things in the next couple of minutes. You're going to go, I didn't know omelets were as that interesting. First mistake people make when they make an omelet.
First mistake people make often is that they don't cook on the oil. They cook on the pan, and that's why a lot of times you get a scramble. You're trying to get an omelet, and all of a sudden everything gets stuck and you can't do anything. And I know there's issues out there where people have, I can't have too much oil, but the whole idea is you get the oil hot, and then once the ingredients go in, it starts cooking, and there's going to be that layer where it's cooking on the oil.
So you're cooking on the oil, not on the pan.
Exactly. That's the first important thing.
Okay.
The other thing is grabbing the right ingredients and when you're going to add them. Onions, peppers, mushrooms, your black olives, all these items you want to have going in the pan so that they're getting the first sear. So it's creating flavors, and we're going to be layering everything up.
So these things should go in first. Lots of times you go to an omelet bar, they throw the egg in, and then they throw all this stuff in on top of it.
And you get a crunchy omelet.
A crunchy omelet.
Right.
And this stuff doesn't cook like it's supposed to.
Exactly.
And the flavors don't blend.
Right. So we want to saute, so we build up the flavors, and then we just keep on layering everything in there. So I have a couple omelets that I did ahead of schedule because I wanted to kind of show you what you can do. But in here, we're kind of like throwing a little bit of everything. So the fresh ingredients. I've got also, pick your ingredients wisely. This is a chicken sausage with mozzarella and artichoke hearts. Oh, so you don't have to have just your standard sausage fare, which a lot of times the trap that people fall into. So it doesn't have, you don't have to go crazy, but pick good ingredients.
Okay. And you do this at the farmers market?
Yes, the Bryan's Farmers Markets on Sunday morning at Point Loma.
Sunday morning, Point Loma, and where else do we find you?
Also on Thursday, UTC, but I don't have omelets at the nighttime. I have my gourmet salads and soups that are going on.
Okay, so the omelets are Sunday morning.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now you need to back up just a tad bit. Now also,
here it comes.
Fresh ingredients.
Flame on.
I need garlic when I'm cooking my omelets, and you want white wine.
Now, people don't normally think of garlic in breakfast food. You say, huge mistake.
Right. Done correctly, it's going to really enhance and bring out all the other flavors, but a lot of people have been garlic to death. They just get a big, huge clove in there, and you're like, you just want to put enough just to enhance everything that's going on. And as you can see, we're creating a sauce. This is what's going to really make everything pop. So when we get our eggs, we're going to add it to that, and you want to have a little bit of that left in there still so that you can have a nice, beautiful flavor, because the white wine is going to have helped with reduction and really intensifying your flavors. And at this point...
This smells great. Now, when was the last time you said that an omelet smelled great?
Well, that's one of the reasons I do what I do at the farmers markets, because it's just not being done. Now, here's another one of your little secrets. When you're making omelets, at this point, you can't do anything wrong.
At this point?
Mix it up, because you want to get done. And a lot of times what people do is they're really worried about it. They're worried about the flip.
Right. And they're fixated on the flip.
So they're flip, and then they're doing this, and then the middle's getting burned. So at this point, I want to get as much of the omelet cooked so that when I do put it in the air, it's going to be good.
How do you get them fluffy? Yours are so darn fluffy. I'm looking at the finished product over here.
The ultimate thing for fluffy eggs is water.
Okay.
But a lot of times, my mom taught me use milk. And I didn't know until I went to culinary school that that's just not the way that you want to go. And check your mobility. So we got rotation everywhere. Again, so we're on the oil, add a little bit more.
Nothing is sticking.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the last thing you want to do is throw it, and half of it's still stuck there. Now
you added a little oil in the squirt bottle around the sides while you were making it, and that's perfectly okay, folks.
You see everything's nice and firm at this point in time, so when we flip, everything's going to turn. Now, the other thing is, when you do your omelets, don't throw them up in the air. The idea is you're going on the lip, and it's coming back down. Okay. But that takes a little bit to kind of get comfortable with. So when you get going...
Oh, my. Okay.
So everything's nice and firm at this point, and when you taste it, everything's cooked. It's nice and soft. One of my pet peeves about omelets is a hard omelet. But a lot of people have had runny omelets, so they're very shy. So they want to make, please cook the omelet, please cook the omelet. Also, choose your ingredients wise. I've got Parmesan, I've got feta cheese, and here's the old standard traditional cheddar with some jack cheese in there. Now, I like to add a little feta, but remember feta's got a little salt to it.
Right.
So just a little feta, just to kind of help with the flavoring. And I usually tend towards the parm because I really like those flavors.
And you know what? We're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we'll have that plated up I'm going to be over there on the set, and I'm going to taste one of these famous omelets. Okay,
Awesome.
tell everybody where you are again.
Brian's Markets on Sunday at Point Loma, and UTC Thursday nights, 3 to 7 p.m.
Making the omelets on Sundays and making
And
your other
gourmet salads and soups and sauces.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very
Great
welcome.
to see you. Let that finish off.
Oh,
and
it is done. We'll just plate it and you'll have breakfast.
That's nice.